Hey everyone, this is SEA Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is Saturday, July 18th, 2026. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia. Bitcoin slipped back near $64,167, down 0.5% after rejecting $65,000 earlier this week. Ethereum trades around $1,844, softer by 1%. Sentiment cooled as fresh Middle East geopolitical tension pushed traders defensive. Three stories shape today for Filipino, Vietnamese, Indonesian, Thai, and Singaporean viewers. Story 1. Bitcoin pulled back after tagging 65,000 as fresh Middle East geopolitical tension triggered selling across risk assets. U.S. spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds still logged $79,150,000 in net inflows on Thursday, July 16th, marking the third straight positive session. By contrast, U.S. spot Ethereum exchange-traded funds recorded $28 million in net outflows the same day, ending a two-day inflow streak, with Ether rejected cleanly at the 2,000 handle. The Fear and Greed Index sits at 27, still in fear territory. For Southeast Asian holders, this looks like a defensive pause, not a trend reversal, so keep leverage small and watch whether Bitcoin holds above 63,000, while Ethereum stabilizes above 1,800. Story 2. Cantor Fitzgerald and Securitize announced a partnership on Wednesday, July 15th, to bring blockchain-native tokenized shares directly into initial public offerings and follow-on equity offerings. Under this framework, public companies would directly issue tokenized securities, not wrapped versions, and Cantor's head of equity strategy Ben Boehmke said crypto-native issuers may allocate 5 to 10% of IPO shares in tokenized form. Securitize Markets, an SEC-registered broker-dealer, will handle settlement, and the model operates inside existing securities rules. This is different from earlier tokenized stock experiments because the issuer itself controls the on-chain share, giving regulatory parity with traditional securities. For Filipino, Vietnamese, and Indonesian investors, this signals primary market issuance moving on-chain through a regulated Wall Street firm, and Southeast Asian institutional platforms should prepare access pathways for tokenized IPO allocations. Story 3. The U.S. House Financial Services Subcommittee held a field hearing on the Clarity Act at Federal Hall in New York on Friday, July 17, exactly 1 year after the House first passed the bill. Republican senators plan to release the updated Senate text this week after a White House meeting, and Polymarket now shows a 43 to 45% probability of passage in 2026, rebounding from a low of 24% 4 days earlier. The core sticking point is ethics language, with Democrats demanding stronger provisions before providing the 7 crossover votes needed to reach the 60-vote Senate threshold. Senate floor action is targeted for the week of July 20, with the August 7 recess as the effective deadline. For Southeast Asia, clearer U.S. commodity versus security lines directly shape how Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand, and the Philippines calibrate licensing and how institutions route flows. Quick recap. 1. Bitcoin retreated near 63,000 on geopolitical tension, while Bitcoin ETFs extended a 3-session inflow streak. 2. Cantor Fitzgerald and Securitize will enable on-chain IPOs with 5 to 10% tokenized allocations. 3. The U.S. House held a Clarity Act field hearing with Senate passage odds at 43% ahead of the August recess. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. And if you want more chart analysis and trading insights, join our free Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. See you in the next one.